Greetings! I'm Shad, and guys, I'm excited for this video.
Oh yeah, I get to wear like all black. I'm Fat Man.
Bald man?
Fat Man. Fat Man.
Bald man?
Fat Man.
Bald man. Okay. Why are you excited, Chad?
All right, we're going to be testing the Batman Batarangs, and we have a selection. You might think is not necessarily Batarangs, but they're to have a baseline to the style of what this is. The Batarangs are essentially a shuriken or a throwing knife. One or the other.
Yes.
They're like that.
Yes. Now, we don't actually have any shurikens here because they're...
Because we don't, we'll just leave it at
We'll
that.
just leave that.
Yep.
That's what we're going to leave that. But we do have a little bit of a selection here. We'll go through them, actually. First up, this one here is Arkham. Personally, one of my favorite. It's a beautiful Batarang. This one's technically not finished, so we're not going to be throwing this one. This is more just for demonstration purposes.
I think you should actually jump to this before we go back to
Do you want to explain that one?
Well, yeah, that's basically a kunai, I believe is the correct pronunciation. Throwing knife, it's taken from a little shovel or a little spade that used to be a gardening tool, but it is very pronounced with ninja weapons and throwing stars. So this is not accurate. It's too small, it's too light, but we're going to use it because it's, well, compared to the historical versions.
It's just everything you named there sounded a bit more like a skill issue than anything else.
We'll see skill issues, won't we, right?
Before we get to these two, let's just go with this one. We've got a saw blade here because people are going to be like, why have you got a saw blade? Because we mentioned before, we don't actually have a shuriken, so this is like the closest analog we've got. Next up, we have this one here is Batflex from the most recent Justice League and that sort of stuff. And then this one here is Bales, obviously very, very iconic in the Dark Knight Rises, Dark Knight
Rises,
the trilogy, yeah.
Christopher Nolan series, right?
Yes.
So one of the main things we're going to be testing here, because Batman uses his Batarangs for a number of different uses, I should say, in different things. And I think the most viable use is when he uses it to disarm a gunman. In the intro to the Batman animated series, he throws it and knocks it out of their hand. I am dubious as to how incapacitating these would be as just weapons. He uses them as more utility kind of things. In Batman Begins, he knocks out like a light with
I was going to say, like, light bulbs seem to be the main target, but we are outside and we can't throw it at the sun.
So
I want to ask you guys a question.
we could throw this at a light bulb.
We could, but then somebody has to clean up the glass. So I'm good throwing it at what we already have set up there, which we'll show you in a second.
So I want to ask you a question. All right, Batman doesn't kill. This is a part of his character, you know, he doesn't kill.
Oh, but he maims.
But if I throw this at you...
Hang on. Batman does kill. Like, are you kidding me?
Well,
all right, let's go through a list.
That's the point I'm making.
In the Justice League, right, Batman v Superman, when he's fighting the people thing, he is knocking like heads into brick walls. They are not living after that.
No,
I mean, but all right. Batman Begins.
I won't kill you, but I don't have to save you.
That is killing him effectively. Batman, in a lot of instances, does kill.
Well, this is what I'm bringing up. It's like, if I brought out this and I said, this is what I used to incapacitate people, would you say that's what I'm doing?
I'm just here for justice.
So, him throwing these things at people, I mean, you're going to kill a few people.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is a chance that a few people will end up not alive.
There is the application where he uses the Batarang to deliver a type of payload. Sometimes you throw them into a wall, they explode, or it's a taser Batarang where it does stab into someone,
won't
won't
kill
kill
cloud,
them.
and he uses the smoke bomb to get away.
We can't really test those applications yet, but we can test the disarming the gunman application. I think that is good because there's going to be a number of layers actually to test the effectiveness. I think there is a shock value. Like even if it's not got enough force, we'll find out if it has enough force to knock it out of a solid grip. There is the shock value of getting stabbed in the hand, just going like that and letting go. And so I think if we're
getting lodged in there.
Yeah. So we're going to test how easy it is to throw, the aim. All right. And we understand Batman's a master, but this will give us a baseline as to the difficulty level, right? And if we're able to hit, I think that can at minimum confirm the shock release. But then we'll see how hard, do they have enough weight force to actually knock it out of a more solid grip. So these Batarangs are pretty cool, but where do they come from, Tyranth?
Well, I actually made these
You made
myself.
these?
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
I was lucky enough to get 3 out of the 1 piece of metal that I had for it. But if you want to see how I made these and my thoughts on them and which design maybe is the best, there is a my channel. You can check it out. It's called Screen Tested. There'll be a link in the description and down below somewhere if you want to see that.
You can see you make them.
Funnily enough, I made them the exact same way that Bale made his in the movie. Yeah.
Oh.
All right, so we have a bad guy here, and oh no, it's the real Batman! Oh, you got him!
Bat.
Hello, Batman. Oh, you got him with your batarang. Oh, you got!
Is that you?
You got me, Batman. I wasn't expecting Batman to join us, but now that he's off fighting crime, we are good to start out.
What was that behind you?
What the heck?
It was a shark. But I got him, don't worry.
Hey, that is a good thing you had that on your person.
It is.
It's very specific.
It is, but it comes in handy when it's needed.
Yeah.
So where are we up to?
We've
Yeah.
we've added heads to Boromir. It's like, for so long, he's wanted to be a real boy, and this is what he
But
gets.
this is the thing, he looks like a regular Joe, a regular, cool looking.
We have a bad guy, a gunman, and we have some guns.
Drunk.
We have our batarangs, and we're going to try and knock them out of the hands, see how plausible it is.
Even hit the hand.
Yeah.
That's the first baseline.
I
And
mean, or hit him.
if you miss, right, and the shuriken or whatever got stuck in someone's chest or
wouldn't
neck, would they let go of the gun?
I mean-
or would they shoot?
I mean, I reckon they would if you got them,
I mean,
Yeah.
Well, they can't aim now, at least.
but
How does Batman do
and look,
this?
we know Batman would never miss. This is to test how plausible it might be in real life, how difficult it is for average people like us. And except for Nate, Nate's not average. Nate is going to nail it every time.
Yeah,
Oh,
in gloves because I'm a throwing
Yeah.
expert.
I thought you were going to say below average.
yeah, you always go negative. You're like,
all right. Okay, I was wrong.
I appreciate your false sense of
Belief.
thinking.
no,
that you can
Nate.
throw.
When the kunai scorpion dagger, you smashed us. So I'm expecting.
A broken clock.
I'm expecting.
A broken
I'm just
clock.
saying. I'm
Don't use
expecting.
that.
What's your definition of smashed? Winning by like 2 points?
Destroy you, especially
yeah,
Tyrant.
alright, okay,
So I'm
yeah.
expecting great things from Nate. Don't disappoint me.
Something
So-
to note about these, which is a little bit counterintuitive, is when you pick it up to throw it, right, you don't actually want to throw it like this.
Oh.
Because it's going to hit like this.
Ah,
you
yeah.
actually want to hold it
Like that.
backwards so the points actually hit on.
Okay.
I completely disagree to that because, if I may have a batarang, if I'm holding it like this, then when I go to throw it, it kind of isn't the symbol. Whereas you need to.
Great.
You
Symbols.
need to. Look,
Batman
no,
is like.
It's iconic.
I could be wrong about this, so I don't know.
I'm gonna
hedge my bets here. I'm
I'm
just
gonna
going to say
leave that back to you now. I am going to go traditional. I am going to stick to the bit.
in the Arkham series, I'm pretty sure he holds it like this. He holds it backwards so that the points can hit.
We'll find out. Let's test it. You know, there are more batarangs that we don't get to really test in this video, but that doesn't mean they're not worth looking at. And that's exactly what we've done with an exclusive video right there for our wonderful supporters. And so if you want to hear a discussion on many of the different types of batarangs that don't feature in this video, support us on channel memberships here on YouTube or on Patreon, Subscribestar or Player. It means more than we can express. Genuinely, ad revenue is still going down. It's only thanks to our supporters. So if you want to help us continue making this content, as well as getting access to really fun, exclusive, dedicated content, we're talking some really fun, goofy things, as well as behind the scenes stuff. There's a whole range of bonus content available to you if you become one of our supporters. So genuinely, thank you to everyone who is supporting us, and you can get access to that discussion on the other types of batarangs. Hope to see you there. And now let's get back to the video. One of the things I think is worth testing, and this is actually a bit more feedback that might even apply to Batman, is what it would be the effective range of this type of weapon. Now I understand a stronger person would be able to throw it further, but this type of weapon does have a almost ceiling, maximum range.
For penetration, it would. For just a little bit of momentum hitting someone and trying to knock a gun out.
Caveats. Caveats time.
Caveats.
These are not exactly perfect in terms of size or thickness. Sometimes different batarangs have different thicknesses. They're bigger. There's so many different types of batarangs.
You know, you're right.
So many caveats here.
It's hard to get an effective baseline, even extrapolation after this.
We'd have to give caveats
all right,
specific to each
We'll be able to show
batarang.
you what the effective range of these batarangs are. But I'm already standing further away than what Batman usually is when he's trying to disarm someone. He's actually much closer.
Yeah.
But if you were this far away and you could hit someone, but you might notice Boromir isn't in front of the target. Right now, we just want to see if it actually stick in our regular target, okay? If we can get point in and also range. And so, first throw, let's see what happens. We might never find that now. Miraculously, Tyranth found this. Just so everyone knows, past that target is a paddock of long grass. Was it, how buried was it?
It's pretty far down.
Yeah.
How did you find that?
I looked at your trajectory of your throw and lined it up.
So that actually gave my throw gave me some very interesting feedback. The reason why I threw so high and hard is I thought the aerodynamics on these would be crap. And to reach this distance, I was going to have to push it in. That flew remarkably well. Twice the distance I thought it would, with ease.
I'm just going to point this out, just so the comments don't have to. You're surprised that sharp, heavy, thin steel flew really...
As well as it did, yes.
Okay. Just so we all know where we stand. All right, you ready?
All right.
For another throw.
For another throw. All right, recording? In terms of distance, the distance on these is actually pretty good, even for non-super strong people.
Yes.
We're not Batmans. So that's confirmed.
Yes.
I'm happy for us to go in the closer range now and focus
fine,
on
yeah.
aim. Unless, do you want a long range throw?
I'll give it a go. Now, I want to make this... I don't actually know which one's the best design. That was the purpose why I made these, to find out which one is best. So I actually haven't gone through the footage. I don't know. So pick which one you like and want to use.
I mean, I like this one.
You do?
I don't know why, just a look.
It's beautiful, but this feels like...
Yeah, this... Ooh, it has these points. These points are more deadly than those points.
All right, well, I'll give a long distance throw.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to get hit by it, but like, I wanted to get it in.
Though the difficulty of them sticking in might be a virtue, because Batman doesn't want to do lethal damage, right? And so if you just get a solid knock...
Okay,
Don't say that yet until we get closer.
Okay.
Batman also doesn't want to just slap people in the side of the face with a piece of steel.
Yeah.
That's what his fists are for.
Do you want a long distance shot?
No,
Yes.
I don't want to look for him anymore.
Remember, I believe in you. I'm expecting you to just totally smash both me and Tyranth.
You sound sarcastic.
No,
He really does.
I
He
genuinely
really does.
believe.
Like, I will make no promises
Claims?
that I won't lose this, no claims that I'm an expert thrower, but today, I'm Batman.
Oh, look at that!
He's still got another
Look
one.
at that! It's stuck in!
He's got another one.
Nate, I knew you could do it! I know! I believed in you, Nate! And you came through!
Thanks, Shad, but downrange. All right.
Do you want to know why I'm so happy?
Why?
You beat Tyranth.
Oh, okay.
We're not even competing
I
yet.
love this.
We're
Yeah.
getting baselines.
Yeah, I love it how it's like, Nate, I'm happy for you on behalf of, I'm unhappy for Tyranth. Get! Also, I don't have a mic, so you probably needed that part. Doesn't matter.
Little high,
But we didn't lose it.
and it's still stuck in the target, which Tyranth was unable to do.
Correct!
Little high. Come on, guys. Come for a journey.
You know what I'm seeing though, Tyranth?
Yeah, we almost lost another Batarang.
I'm seeing both stuck in the target.
I'm seeing that there's a guy on the balcony that I got,
Up.
and there's I did hit him in the head.
Yes.
I don't know
Yeah,
about
I
that.
think that's fair. That definitely counts as a headshot. Yep.
Yeah, let's move closer now.
I'd like to point out that I didn't necessarily pay attention to you guys talking about how you're going to throw it and what's going to be. I just went with the feel. I used gloves, and I kicked your butt.
Yeah, he did.
Sure.
So
Why not?
far, so far, fingers
Nate,
half crossed.
Nate, I believe in you. You're not going to let me down. You wouldn't do that, would you?
Why don't we test this range now? Go on, Chad. Go on.
Because if you let me down,
I'm waiting.
I'm just letting that hang in the air a bit. If you let me down,
That was creepy. That was really creepy.
Hey,
I put some muscle in that one, and
That
it
was
didn't
on
stick
point.
in. But maybe that was just the curve.
It's stuck into the ground.
They did stick in the ground.
Yeah.
I'm just not as good as Nate at this. Nate's like a master.
This one's here.
I guess this qualifies as sticking. What do you think, Nate? Like this, look, this stuck in from that point. Is that really going to work against someone? I'm saying I don't know.
Iconography logos upside down doesn't
That's true. Look at this, not right side up. This should be in like that. Batman has style.
You're right. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still get 2 more. Shad's on 0. Just context here.
This isn't about me, Tyranth. This is about the true master here, Nate.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Where is she? Where are the batarangs, man? Look at that! First try! Oh, and you know what I see? You know what I see? The logo's in the right position. Where is she? Wait. This is important.
All right.
Nate, you got...
It is.
Look at this.
It is.
Nate got the true Batarang strike. The logo is right side up, proving that Nate is the master Bataranger.
So far.
So far.
So far. Batman's
But
humble.
you can't beat that. That's the proper Batman Batarang throw.
It is, but I've lost the other one.
How can he be a Ranger when he doesn't have any hair?
That's a good point.
I have red in my bib. I'm throwing it correctly. I'm
You are,
throwing
yes.
it thematic. So
Yeah,
that, every
Batman's all about style. When that Batarang hits, it needs to show the bat.
exactly.
I mean, if it's, but I just like if it's upside down, it kind of disqualifies the entire throw. It's like it's not only would no points be awarded if it was upside down, I think it would actually deduct points. Just to be fair, don't you think?
You know, I feel like it's conflict of interest if I make my opinion now. I feel like I should definitely get these in the target, then have an opinion.
That's
fair.
true. That's
that
correct.
would be
That
fair.
would be, yes.
I believe in you, Nate.
That was a curse. In case you didn't catch it, that was a gypsy curse.
See? Look, this is not fair. This is not right. Curses should not be allowed. That is blatant cheating.
Batman's not good against magic.
Exactly.
It has been established.
And it's true.
It is.
He's Superman. And then Tyranth comes in
And-
cursing you.
I know.
That's just foul play.
It is.
That's just...
It is. And I'm trying to do things correctly with gloves.
I know,
The entire time.
exactly.
The entire time.
This is...
Let's see-
look,
let's see
I'm
how we
on
go.
your side at least.
I
right?
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
okay.
I appreciate you, Shad. I appreciate you.
See?
Curses.
Look at that curse.
Curses.
Look, I think the only fair thing is to disqualify the cheater, the cursor, right? Completely. Don't you think? I think that would be fair.
I said, I believe in you, Nate.
Oh,
The wording of the curse and the feeling.
yeah,
of the curse.
you can feel the evil magic that's laced in with that phrase right there.
I'm fine with having all the odds stacked against me. I perform under pressure. Shad is currently on 0. Nate is kind of losing now because now
You're
I'm
using black
Actually,
magic.
no, I've got 3 points. You've got 2.
What was your third?
My third was the first one out of so
Oh,
I'm not currently losing.
Okay. All right. We'll count range.
And when it lands upside down, remember that is a deduction. Of points.
Actually,
We
no,
think-
I did say I was going to make up my mind
Yeah,
after the fact.
after,
So is he really on 3 or just on 2?
You know,
Did we even check
well,
if the first 2 were up?
that's
Should we
right.
count
That's
them?
correct. Like
We shouldn't
we might
necessarily
not.
count
We might not have to count them. Yeah, and just
Would you like to move closer now? Then you can actually get some in, Shad.
well.
Yeah, let's do that because Batman does he'll do this at rage. He'll pull out his.
You know how you're using black magic to try and compete against Nate?
Yes, yes.
The only fair thing for me to do is to compensate by I'm funneling all my talent and luck into Nate right
okay,
now.
okay.
And so I hope I don't get this in, Nate, because that might suck at some of it back.
So you're going to suck some back from Nate. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Just so we're clear on whatever you just said.
Good. Good. Dang it. But you know,
Don't touch nothing. Don't touch
wait, this is the other thing. Don't you touch it either.
What? No.
Because
is
look,
this in really?
yeah. Is this right side up? Is this the correct side up? Come in close. We need to see. Don't exactly.
It's not Sale of the Century hands unless it's
Yeah,
Batman.
exactly.
Sale of the Century hands.
But is this really in?
Because it is right side up, as we've previously
If that's
established.
stuck into your eye,
Yeah.
at that depth,
Yeah.
is this really in?
Is this really in?
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
Upside down, Miss Jane.
Look, hang on. Let's look at this. Look at this.
Upside down,
It's upside down again. Come in close. Come in close.
Upside down.
Upside down. You know, I'm starting to think upside down awards negative points. Because imagine if you're a criminal and you got hit with that, right? You wouldn't be able to tell instantly that that was Batman who did it. All right, so we just tested pointy-inness. Now we're...
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did. And there was a definitive winner. I mean, it's just hands down. No contest, no argument. We are now going to be testing aim and disarmament.
Oh, shit.
Nate's speciality. All right, so when it comes to these things, I've already got some thoughts right off the bat.
Yeah.
If this hit my hand, I would probably drop whatever I've got in my hand. Not even if it was the sharp bit.
It's got weight, right? Yeah.
This will hurt. This, I feel like you actually have to hit with the point to shock me enough.
Possibly, because if this just hits and doesn't do anything... Look, he already dropped the
You
gun.
got scared. You
Look, I know,
you're
right?
Grabbing a batarang,
I mean-
grabbing it into the hand. He's
And
like,
then
I'm out.
I'm out.
I'm out.
He's like, don't get me, Bats. You know, look, Barney, I'm sorry, you can't. No, we need you to hold it. We'll get to you. Okay.
today.
Yeah.
He's looking very chill. He's a good guy.
He is. Bit chill, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your average Joe.
Joe, chill.
Get the joke? They've made the joke.
Like 4 times. Fine.
So
You gotta remember, we're dads. We do this.
if it hits without a point, yeah, like if someone is holding it tight, I don't think they'll drop it. But if the point lands in, the pain and the shock could be enough.
It may also cause a person to do that. But that's neither here nor there because we don't have, like,
That is like
parents
we should
right near us.
we should just like kind of point out the other result of having a sudden shock in a hand that you're holding a gun is to pull the trigger. Never happens for Batman. Boromir is looking a bit threatening today. We've abused him so much, and it's finally got like, I gotta get back. But I'm sorry, Boromir. We're Batman today, and so let's just missed. Oh no! Am I out of batarangs? No, I'm. Whoa, back up right there. Oh! Oh, look at that! Disarmed! What? What? What?
It felt very limp-wristed.
I hit it.
I
hit the gun.
I don't want to diminish what you just did. That was great, Shad. I applaud this. However,
He was merely, look, Shad's been defending me the whole day. I'm going to defend him. He was merely assessing the situation, realizing that the threat
Yep.
was a little cautious himself, maybe drunk.
the problem
so
is-
associating power level.
Nate, we have slow-mo footage of what just happened.
I-
that
when
hit with
that plays,
force.
it's going to be...
That was powerful. That was strong. Oi! You would count it as well.
would.
Shut this up.
He would.
I would.
He would.
I would. I don't need to say anything.
You know,
You just did!
you missed the second one. It didn't disarm. Didn't disarm it. Didn't disarm.
Slow-mo caught that. Don't worry, guys. That's 2 for 2.
I'm happy for you. Genuinely, I'm happy for you, Tyranth.
You said second shot, so I did both shots.
You know, like I'm
your turn,
I'm
Nate.
glad you got a win today.
It's your turn. It's
Nate's
Nate's turn.
Nate's gonna smash you. Disarm both, one after another.
It's close.
That was not close.
It's actually pretty close.
First try.
Shall
now
we try the other mediums? I think we can see what the batarangs do, but now let's see what this does, because I think this will take the hands off, if I'm being honest.
All right, so these have a bit more weight. What I've noticed is each time we've hit the gun and not the hand. If a good shock to the gun, would that disarm it? Because we've been saying if there's pain in the hand, you'd release. But if you got hit in the gun...
I can't say definitively because we're going to have to look in the slow-mo, but I don't think it's just hitting the gun itself. I think it'll probably...
Oh yeah, it might be nicking...
Yeah, a bit of hand.
I actually have a better idea. Because you can never tell whether someone is going to have the release or the compression trigger, best thing to do is to hit the gun and knock it offline. All you have to do is knock it offline. That'll give Batman enough time.
And Batman does that a lot.
This is true. And to close the distance.
Yep.
And
so we're successfully doing the test.
yeah. You didn't even hit the gun!
Getting him in the balls,
No.
I'll drop a gun.
No, doesn't count.
I mean, I broke his finger, and I've still got all these left, so we have to reset.
Doesn't count. So I was paying very close attention, and out of the, neck and neck, bare knuckle contest that we had, there is a clear winner here. What I observed when in reviewing the footage, okay, it's very clear that whenever Tyranth was hitting...
Reviewing the footage.
Yeah, in my mind. I've got it.
Because right now we're
I've got it all.
the footage.
I've got it all here. I think you're going to like this. And in actual fact, I think you're going to agree with me because you're watching very close as well, I saw, right? And whenever Tyranth hit the hand, I could see the hand kind of contract. And I'm certain, and I know, that every time Tyranth hit it, the gun shot and he would have died.
I didn't even think about that.
Unfortunately,
He's
Tyranth...
right.
Yeah, you see? And so unfortunately, Tyranth died.
Shucks, I just didn't...
He got hit by the gunman, and Nate is the definitive undisputed champion.
I actually expected you to argue the point.
No, Shad's right.
Thank you.
How could I disagree with that infallible logic there?
You can watch it, and it is indisputable.
He's sarcastically robbing me of my victory.
I am not being sarcastic.
He's trying to get you guys, the audience on our side, and robbing me of my victory. Look at this.
So you know what?
Look at this.
All right, you know what?
Robbing me of my victory.
Let's put it to the audience. You guys decide who won.
Yes, that's
We'll just
even
leave it
more
at that.
fair.
We'll just leave it
Because
at that.
whenever anything is left up to the decision of the internet, they always come back with 100% the correct answer. That is true, Tyler.
I love democracy.
Yeah,
I love the Republic.
It's the best. It's the best. How do you feel about your victory? This is a big moment.
I could start my villain arc.
We'll see. I got a couple in. I'm happy with that. My aim is getting better. But I think we need to discuss like the viability of this. Because I want to talk about the kunai first, which is, don't get me wrong, if it is all you have to throw and you have to throw it and you happen to have spares, sure. But throwing a knife takes a lot of practice, so you need to practice. There are people who are very good at it. I'm not one of them. But I would rather have a knife to knife than to throw. So no. That's out.
In terms of aim and viability, 100% viable in
Which one are
terms
we
of
talking about?
batarangs.
Okay,
It really like any things, but for someone as skilled as Batman, with training, I reckon he'd be able to nail it every time. And I was surprised at the range of this, even I overthrew it by accident. Like, these are actually viable ranged weapons.
Yeah.
Very, I guess, stable in flight and throwing.
And something to bear in mind too, I think if you have something like this coming at you, as long as you have something to defend yourself with, preferably more like a shield than a stick, you could probably bat that out of the way. But something like this, I feel like this would be really, really hard to see coming. Even like, especially if it's black,
It is.
and it's nighttime.
Yeah.
It's not black, it's shiny.
I mean-
That's so we could find it.
Yes.
More viable than throwing daggers, I say.
Yeah.
Double-ended.
For
For the purpose.
Not for damage, not for damage.
Caveat. If you have, let's say, no training or even a little bit of training, something like a batarang or even like a throwing star is better for the average person because...
Than a throwing knife.
Yes, than a throwing knife. That doesn't mean throwing knives...
Batarang disagrees.
Well, that doesn't mean that throwing knives can't be very deadly if you're good at them. But I'm saying if you're not good
The thing
at
is,
throwing
though,
things...
this could be designed more as a ninja star. They just lengthen the point and put those prongs up there. That's a hit on nearly every angle. So now we come to the question of the viability of would it disarm someone? Would it cause them to compress the trigger? And as we saw definitively, we saw instances where it would have clearly disarmed them, like every single time Nate was able to hit them. And then we also saw clearly that when it hits, they compress the trigger and kill the gunman, as what happened to Tyranth, which makes it a little tricky to determine how viable a tactic this would be.
You're forgetting. He's a supervillain. He can dodge bullets.
Okay, well, hang on. You actually bring up something that, well, you didn't bring it up, but you brought it to my mind by saying that. Batman's armor.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He does have armor in some...
And so hitting it, even if they compress the trigger, is a higher chance they'll miss. Not every time, because they did hit Tyranth and he died, but...
Unless they're aiming here.
Exactly. Hitting the hand is a good chance of knocking it off target and hitting a less vulnerable area if it does hit. You know, Tyranth wasn't wearing Batman armor, so he also died when that happened. And
I think the best use for these, so don't get me wrong, the armor is good, but I think the absolute best use for these is exactly how Batman uses it. He uses it to scare the absolute bejeebers out of criminals. He throws it, a light smashes, that's stuck in the wall, and the criminal's going, ah!
Right.
More at, oh, it's Batman, then I'm stabbed.
But what about the times when he throws it at people's heads?
And kills them? That's rare.
we're focusing on the guns, because I think even if it doesn't disarm them, there's a chance that it will. It's a chance that it'll knock it off target and they'll miss, all right? And it's a chance that it'll also scare them and put them off balance to let him close the distance. I think these are viable tactical tools with the way that Batman uses.
Something like this one, I would agree with, because I feel like this is it's less lethal than something like that. I feel like that one will do damage. This one I feel like is a bit more tame.
Aesthetically, I like that one better though.
I think this is better because he's not trying to kill people with it. Stick it in the hand, disarm them.
I feel like that one is more deadly.
So clearly there are still areas for discussion, and I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. Definitely who won, and I think it's clear the definitive winner. We know this, okay? So let us know who won, as well as which one do you think is better? Batman Begins. What do we call this one?
Bale's.
Bale's. So the Bale, Batarang.
This one's Batfleck.
Batfleck.
And this one is the Arkham. So you got 3 to choose from.
You know, people are going to be mentioning ones that we haven't tested.
I know, but
we don't have them all.
But aesthetically, if you prefer that, let us know.
Let us know.
In the meantime, there will be a video here that you can watch.
Like last week's video where we tried to free Lae'zel from Baldur's Gate 3. That video does not have nearly as much love as it deserves, and it's such a fun video.
He made an amazing shot.
It was best shot of the day. Uncontested. Just go and watch and find out.